show. And today I feel on the top of the world. I mean, I have an amazing guest, and she is not other than Shannon Lovgren, and she is a philanthropist and sustainability expert and partnership and climate technology expert. And what else she does, I mean, I'll be going directly and asking Shannon, how are you?
I'm great. I'm so good, and I'm so glad to be with you here on the Abundance Show, um, all the way on the other side of the world. Today is the 4th of July, which is the American Independence Day. So we're celebrating, but I get to celebrate with you because
Well,
I am
that-
not working today.
I've got four kids, and eldest one is Taha, and this is his birthday today.
Is
And
it? Happy birthday,
yeah,
Taha.
and yeah, if you want, I mean, if you want to see, I mean, I can ask him come. And you're celebrating USA birthday, and I'm celebrating my son's birthday, and he's doing amazing. Okay, I'll request your life journey and your, I mean, you have come long way, and you're such a professional, and people, I mean, look up to you. And would you give us a short story?
The whole journey of my life, that's like a long thing. So I'm 54. I have three children, and I was born in California. And my journey started where I grew up. I have two older brothers, and I had a very nice childhood of just playing. There was no telephones back then, no computers. So I um, grew up here in California. And then when I was graduating from high school, I had the opportunity to go to China to be part of a trip where they were going to the China Bicycling Company sponsored a group of young Americans to come promote their bicycles. This was back when China like didn't have very many visitors. It was still very, very poor and very closed off to the rest of the world. But I got to go as an 18-year-old, and that changed my life because what I thought was impossible, because I'd never left California before, all of a sudden I got on an airplane and I flew to the other side of the world, and it changed my perspective that things that seem impossible are possible. And so I bicycled for think 3 weeks in China, and I was teaching English at a Taiwanese school for another month and a half. And it was so fun, so fun. And then I come back from China and Taiwan, and I'm a new person. Literally, physically, I'm different because I bicycled for 3 weeks. So I lost a little bit of weight. So I came back looking like I'm super strong and fit. And and then I started college. My family didn't have any money, so I just went to the local junior college, which was the cheap school that you could go to. And there I just went to college and had opportunities through college to do a semester abroad in England. So then again, I got on an airplane and I flew to England, and I was able to like experience things that I never thought possible, see things that I'd only read about in books. Um, and again, it encouraged me that, oh, people are nice to me. And when I was traveling, people treated me like royalty. They were so gracious. They were always giving me help. They would, people were always generous and buying me a cup of coffee, maybe a sandwich, because I was just a young girl. You could tell that I was like, you know, on a budget. Um, and then I graduated from college, and I met my then husband, and we decided we were going to travel the world. So we did that. We sold everything we owned. We had not that much, but we took the money we had and we went traveling for a year. And that changed what I thought I was going to do. I thought I was going to be like a teacher, but instead I traveled the world. I could see, especially in Africa, I could see that there was a lot of poverty. And I thought, I'm going to do international development. Like I want to work helping people. So I did so. I got back from my travels with my husband, and we both, he became a journalist and I became an international aid worker, and we both lived in Kenya for 5 years. And then we had our children, all three of them, just one after the other. And then like life happens. I was doing my international development work and had my children. And then my mom got sick, and she was sick for like a year. And she lived kind of far away. But so I was like, she's only going to live for another year because she had cancer. So I moved to take care of her. And it was the best thing I've ever done. Absolutely the best thing I've ever done, to take care of her and to be so close to her as like she ended her time on earth. Um, and that changed my like ideas about my career again. I thought, I don't I don't think I want to do international development anymore. I think I want to do something in health, because I had just been a nurse essentially for my mom for a year. So I went back to school. I got a master's degree in global health. And then for some reason, I started working in health, and it transitioned. I thought I was going this way, and then it kind of just turned this way to working in sustainability. And so I worked in sustainability for 7 years, teaching sustainability, like how to live life in a way that's good for people, the planet, and for your prosperity. And loved it, loved it, loved it. And then when I hit 50, I was like, I don't want to do this anymore. Like like I want to make a big difference. Like you, Zafar, you want to make a big difference with the abundance in the whole world. And I was doing just teaching a few people. So I changed my career again. I went and I started working for a foundation, and that was very exciting. And then I there was a woman whose TED Talk I had seen. Her name is Jacqueline Novogratz, and I had watched one of her TED Talks, and then it turned out she had like 4 TED Talks. So I watched them all, and she was so inspiring to me. And just as I'm doing that, I'm like having a crush on this role model of mine, that she's like, oh wow, I would really love to work with her. She's so inspiring. There became a job available in Sweden to be a fundraiser. And I don't know about you, Zafar, but I hate asking people for money. Like, I don't like it. I don't want to ask people for money. I'm like, oh, that makes me feel so icky. But there was a job for a fundraiser, and that's all you do is ask people for money. And so this opportunity came, and I thought, wow, I would really love to work for Acumen. I'd really love to work with Jacqueline Novogratz. Uh, but I don't like asking for money. And a good friend of mine I was telling her, oh, this opportunity is coming up. And she looked at me and she said, you are so annoying. You are, you are irritating me. You are so annoying. And I was like, what? Why am I annoying? And she's like, you want to make a big difference in this world, and here is an opportunity for you to make a bigger difference, and you're worried about you asking for money. She's like, it's not about you. You're not asking for your money for you. You're asking money to change the world. And if you can, like, get over yourself, quit making it about you. It's not about you. It's about the good that you want to do in the world. So apply for that job and start asking people for money, because that's money makes things happen. Money moves the needle in the direction that you want it to go. And if anyone is going to ask for money, you're asking for money for the right types of things. So quit being annoying and go after and get that job. So I did, and I got that job, and I worked at Acumen for 2.5 years. And then I came here to back to the United States. Now I'm here, and I work in philanthropy, kind of doing similar things, trying to get over myself to do the good that I want to do in the world. So that is my journey, Zafar.
My goodness, I mean, starting from your education, then going to China, and then cycling, and getting back, getting in shape and feeling stronger muscles, and
Yeah.
then to different working with the different organizations and especially US, UN, yeah, other stuff, and then doing this fundraising, and especially working for your mother. That's it.
Yeah.
That's about top of the world. I mean, that's above all. That has,
Mm.
and that changed your life too. I mean, your thinking. But all these, I mean, your journey from impossible to possible, that's
Yeah.
mesmerizing. I mean,
Mm.
that gives me tons and quantums of energy. I mean, it's that's amazing. I'd like to learn. I mean, how did you train your mind from the world of scarcity, of impossibility,
Mm.
to the world of abundance of possibilities? I mean, how
Yeah.
did you do that? That's the whole magic. I mean, this is the whole world is looking for this, and this is whole the field of my all efforts and my all energies, going into this. I'm learning this and I'm trying to teach this. I mean,
Yeah.
to teach me this thing. I want
Yeah.
to learn from you.
Well, I would love to say that I had some like, oh, I had some insight, but no, what happened is like when I was going to go to that trip to China when I was 19 years old, I went to I was at a woman who I know who was like a good friend of the family. And she said, well, what are you going to do this summer, Shannon? And I was like, oh, well, I have this opportunity to go on this bicycling trip, but oh, I don't have the money. I don't like, I think I'm just going to work all summer. Because like I need to save up money because I'm going to college. So um, that's what I'll probably do. And she looked at me and she said, Shannon, this is an opportunity of a lifetime. Um, why don't you focus on figuring out a way to get to China? You you're going to have every day, every year of your life to be working. You like, why don't you trust that you will have enough money to go to college? Like, don't. How much money are you going to earn this summer? And I was like, oh, I don't know, maybe $500. And she's like, so you can have an opportunity of a lifetime or $500. She's like, one is going to be something you'll never forget. And I'm pretty sure you're going to forget what you spent that $500 on. And again, it was like someone telling me something that it never even dawned on me that that was a possibility. And then I had to think of like, well, how am I going to like it cost the China company sponsored part of the trip, but you still had to raise $2,000 to go on that China trip, which seemed like an insane amount of money for me. Like $2,000. Where am I going to get $2,000? That's crazy. But she was like, again, ask people for money. And I was like, oh, I don't want to do that. Um, but I didn't end up having to do that much of it. I told people what I was going to do. I said, I'm trying to raise funds so that I can participate in this. And then not only did I ask people, but then my parents asked people and people that I know from my church asked people. And suddenly, out in less than 2 months, I had $2,000 to go on this trip. And then thinking of abundance, Sapphire, when I came back from that trip, I didn't have any money. I was just a 19-year-old or 18-year-old, and I was going to the junior college, the cheap school. And I ran into a woman at the grocery store and she said, hey, Shannon, how was your trip to China? And I told her how it was. It was life changing. It was amazing. And she said, I really wanted to give you money for that trip, but I didn't have it at the time. But I do now. Can I give you? And she like handed me $100 bill in the grocery store. And I was like, who does that? Who just hands somebody another, a 19-year-old $100 bill in the grocery store? And this is back in the late 80s. That was a lot of money. I mean, in Pakistan, that's a lot of money. I don't know how many rupees that would be, but it was a lot of money. And she just handed it to me. And I was like, oh, what if you trust that the things that you take the risk to do the things you want to do and that you should do, that you will be taken care of. And I didn't I didn't know how any of this was going to happen, but because I opened the door for the possibility, like it opportunity came to me. And that has been my whole life. When I want to do something and I think that and I don't know how, you know, things find a way. The universe finds a way to help you. And not all the time. There's been times when I'm like, oh goodness, please, universe, can you help me pay this bill that's due on Tuesday? And there's no money on Tuesday. But 20 years later, somehow that bill got paid. I'm not worried about it now. Like life went on. We figured it out. So, I don't know how I learned to be abundant, but I'm grateful. I see it. 30 years later, I still remember that woman came up to me in the grocery store and gave me $100, and like that helped me go to college. That little random act of kindness from a stranger um, made my life better, and I still am grateful for it. So I feel that gratitude, and I give her the credit for her generosity. I remember it. I appreciate it, and I think when you are grateful, when you see the good that is around you and the good that's always coming to you, that you get more of it. So, yeah.
Amazing. I mean, you are you're initiative taker. I mean, you're a doer, and you just jump into the stuff, and then things. I mean, like the other day was also. I mean, I could talk to you for 2 minutes only just because Rihan's data died, and I was talking about the Secret, the docu movie Secret by that is book also by I think Rhonda Biden, and she writes. I mean, if you with conviction, if you lock a goal and you I mean keep yourself energetic about that, and that the whole world conspires for you for the happening of same. So I mean you've been thinking that way, the money just kept falling in place. Okay, my next question is again for fundraising. I
Mhm.
mean, nobody likes to ask like for money. Nobody. I mean, even if somebody's doing, but I mean, how was the experience? I mean, what changed since you were in love with somebody? I mean, I just forgot the name. Just just because you want to work with her, and I mean, you wanted to be alike, and you became later on, and you are same. I would say now, and out of love you could do anything, and love is such a power. But again,
Yeah.
please teach me and let me know the learning and the art of just because I am standing at the point of time when you were standing in 80s, because every like global abundance organization, it needs huge sums of money, because I have to kick summits, webinars, seminars, and I have to have my staff now. I mean, but I mean, it's been almost 4 months now, and I've been thinking, and I mean, how do I ask for money just because I don't have that sums of money? I do have to raise fund. Teach me
Yeah.
that. How do I do this?
Well, like I do it different than I would have done. Like when I was 19 or 18 and I was asking to money to go on that trip. Um, like I guess I did do it. Okay. What you do is you phrase your ask for money as an opportunity. People want opportunity. They want to contribute to something that is going to make their life better or somebody else's life better. So when I was telling people, when I was raising money to go on that China trip, I said, I have an unbelievable opportunity and I need money for it. And people were like, they respected the opportunity. They could relate to the fact that they also would want that opportunity. So they could do it. And then I was so young. So then they wanted to help a young girl out. But now as a fundraiser, like working for Acumen, I still framed it as an opportunity. You can invest in acumen who they take philanthropic money and invest it in early stage companies that are solving problems of poverty. That's their mission. And I could ask people, wealthy people, I would like to present you with an opportunity to change the world, to make the absolute poorest people on the planet have an opportunity to participate in the economy. So if you are interested in this opportunity, it was like all of it is an opportunity. So for you as needing support for the abundance show, this is your opportunity to expand abundance throughout the world and to make a difference in millions of people's lives. This world is filled with a scarcity mindset that needs to be broken down, that even the poorest know that there is an abundance for them. There is an abundance of love. There's an abundance of support. There's an abundance of community. There's an abundance of opportunity. Would you be willing to support, or I would like you to support this opportunity? And then you would ask for a very specific amount of money. And you need to know who you're asking. If you're going to you ask more from a billionaire or a millionaire than you are going to ask somebody who's living paycheck to paycheck. Some you say, what would you be willing to give to support this opportunity? Because then they will tell you, don't give them don't give them the chance to say, oh, I'm not going to give you money. You could just say, what would you be willing to give what would you be willing to give to support this opportunity for you and for millions of other people? And they might say 10 rupees. Okay, you know what? 10 rupees is 10 rupees. And if you are meeting with someone who's wealthier, and you say, how about 10,000 rupees, 100,000 rupees? You just, you learn who you're talking to. And then the only thing that you have to do is, it's painful to ask for money, especially at the beginning, is you just have to do it. Like one thing, and I'm going to do this for myself too. So this is a little challenge that I'll give to you and I'm going to give to me, because Rehan, when he was visiting, he wants me to raise some money for the school, and he wants me to get some new people to join the teachers training program. And I'm like, oh, I don't want to have to ask people for that. So a challenge to you and a challenge to me is, in the next week, just ask 10 people a day for something that you would normally not ask for. And you could be money. You can say, go to a stranger and ask them for, I don't know, ask them for what would be the equivalent of $1. Hey, could you give me $1? Knowing full well that they're going to say, what? Why? For what? No. And just know that they're going to do it, but just ask anyway, so that you get used to that awkwardness. Because like the students at Rehan's school, they get really good at things because they practice. They practice. They practice on YouTube. They practice on Canva. They practice doing, interviews, and then they get very good. So the more you practice, the better you get. So, go ask your family members. Ask your 4 children. I want you to polish my shoes. And they'll say, like, what? Am I going to polish your shoes? Ask them to stand on their head. Ask them to do things that you would normally not ask them to do. Ask them to give you $1, and, or whatever the equivalent is in rupees. Get used to asking questions that are outrageous. And the more you practice asking that, the easier it's going to get.
Oh my goodness, I mean, this thing, I mean, this looks impossible. I mean, asking me all these favors. Yeah. But again, I mean, what you are trying to teach me is that I've got to learn to face the awkwardness, and to feel normal about this, to feel okay about this. This is
Yeah.
really difficult. I mean, this is changing the mindset.
Yeah.
Okay.
And again,
and
Zafar, remember how my friend told me I was being very annoying because I was like, "Oh, I have this opportunity, but ooh, I don't want to ask for money." And she said, "Get over yourself. It is not about you. It's about the good you want to do." So when you're asking for money about for the to support the abundance show, it's not about you and your show. It is about the abundance that you want to share with the world, that you have this gift that you want to make it a positive impact. And it is an opportunity for people to support your work in doing that. So it's not asking money for you, it's asking for to support the abundance and the opportunity to spread that that mindset to millions of people. So it's take you out of the equation. It's not about them supporting your business. It is about them supporting the opportunity to change the world. See how that feels different? Like I don't want to support Zephyr. Why would I do that? He's just that guy. But I do want to support the opportunity to change millions of people's lives.
yeah,
So
yeah.
I want you to ask me for money right here on this this show.
Okay, Shannon. I as a founder of Global Abundance Organization, I want to present you with an opportunity to participate in the lives of the people. You can change them from scarcity to abundance of health, wealth, and happiness. And I'll like to ask you the favor, whatever you want to do. I mean, what can you do for the people taking being taken from scarcity to abundance mindset? What can you do?
Well, I can give you some advice, or I can give you some uh, connections. But what you really want is money, right? Because that's what you need, the actual physical. So when you asked me for money, or when you asked me, you gave it to me very, very broadly. So when you ask like that, I'm going to give you my advice, and not give you money. So what you usually do is you in the fundraising world, we say if you ask for money, people will give you advice. If you ask for advice, people will give you money. So, but you needed to you made it so open-ended for me. So I don't even know, do you want my advice or do you want money? I don't know. So, um my advice to you would be ask me for $20. So go ahead, try to ask me for $20.
Okay, Shannon, this is Zafar Abundance, founder of Global Abundance Organization, presenting you with an opportunity to participate in the lives of the people, the underserved communities. I mean, those who are living in scarcity mindset, taking them from scarcity to abundance. And for that, I need some money. So, would you like to give me $100?
$100. Wow. Okay, $100 is a bit out of my budget, but I definitely want to support abundance and I love what you're doing. So I can give you $20. How does that sound?
That's cool. I mean, if you can keep, I mean, donating $20 a month, it would do much better. It's gonna go a long way in one's life.
Yeah. Well, I didn't commit to $20 a month. I committed to a one-time $20, but I love how you're thinking long term for this long-term support because that's a great way to do it. Because if I were to give you $20 a month, then that would be, over the course of a year, that would be $140. So you initially asked for 100. I said, I'll give you 20. And because of the way you framed it as this opportunity to give monthly, you could have gotten $140. So that was perfect. That was beautiful, Zafir. And then my next question to you is like, where do I send this money? I'm going to send you $20 just because you asked. Uh, but where do I send it?
Yeah, I'll get you my organization, my trust account,
Yeah.
not my personal account, but I'll get you the trust account.
Okay. Yeah, you have to figure out one thing is really important in fundraising. you have to, like, as soon as you ask for money, people are going to say, well, where do I send it? You have to tell them where to send it. Otherwise it just disappears. Oh, can I pay for this on PayPal? Can I pay for this on Stripe? Can I pay for this on Venmo or whatever? I don't know what financial transfer things that they have in Pakistan, but in the US, you would just be like, yes, here's the QR code on my phone. Please scan it and send me the money that way.
Okay, I mean, one has to be very prepared about the transaction modality. But my question is, if you ask me, okay, I'll get you the money, no problem. But what's the opportunity? I mean, what do I do? I mean, after sending you this amount of money, what do I get?
Oh, well, you tell me. So I'm going to send. So when someone says, when you ask for money, you give them the opportunity to make the difference. And then if you can also say, with a donation of say $20, you will get, you will, you don't want to have to give them something physical or something that's going to make your life hard, because you already have a lot to do. So but you can be very specific about, say, oh, for a $20 donation, that is going to fund 3 interviews. It helps me cover the cost of my Restream subscription. For $100, you would make it possible for me to do 10 interviews and do a webinar workshop where I talk about abundance. So you can figure out what the different price points are and what that would actually, what expenses that covers for you, or it covers your operational cost, including your salary, so that as you have this abundance show, you can break it down so people know what their money is supporting, because you can use that as leverage to get them to give you more money, to be like, oh, well, I can support 2 webinars or 2 interviews, but yeah, I'd like to support 5. How about 5? So how much does it cost to do 5, webinars? Like, just figure out the math on that, and use
That
that.
is, these are amazing clues and really very nice points. Did you ever, I mean, teach this fundraising?
No, I've never taught fundraising, and I am a fundraiser, and I don't think that I'm a very good fundraiser, because it's hard work to get money. I talk to people from, billionaires to people with who are living in debt, and um, and it's just hard. I don't. Yeah, I know. I never thought about teaching it, because there are some people who are amazing at raising millions and millions of dollars, and for me, I I don't think of myself as that expert, even though I am raising hundreds of thousands of dollars. Uh, yeah, I don't. Yeah, I never thought of teaching it, but I
Okay.
can give you some tricks.
You're nice, honestly. You're convincing. I mean, I never thought of, I didn't do this fundraising activity ever in public, but I was very good at fundraising when I was studying my in university. I used to do a lot of nice stuff, and I was director of my intellect forum, and I used to call personalities, I mean, the big people in Islamabad. I asked him, and even I've conducted one fashion show. I mean, you won't believe. I mean, yeah, I mean, there was one celebrity. I asked her to please come over and just, I mean, be the judge for. And there was a catwalk, and there was fashion and something. Look at silly stuff. I mean, at that point of time, but I did that. Then I asked, there are some people for to give us some talk on intellectual activities and on certain, there were certain topics. Then there was a hero Pakistani. You won't believe. Do you know Imran Khan?
Uh huh.
I hosted him in my university. And I was,
Wow.
yeah, I mean, you won't believe that this was year, even he was no, it was year 2001, I probably, the 2001, and I hosted him, and I used to fundraise that. But I mean, uh, if you want, give me just a few minutes. I want to just unfold Rihan, what Rihan is to me, if you allow me to.
Sure, absolutely.
I was divorced 1 year earlier. I mean, in 2024, and I was all broken. After having a relationship of like around 2 decades and having 4 sons. I mean, they are with me now, and then somebody leaves you. When you love somebody and you have whole faith in one person, and you are not concerned about the whole universe, but you're focused to the one person, and that one person when leaves you. I mean, I've been through hell. Still, I'm under depression, and I'm in moderate depression. I do have right now. It's been like 2 years now. To gone through. I was too dim down, broken, just breathing. But I mean, just we're going to office. I mean, just because I have to feed my kids and for earn my living, I was just. But I was not interested in anymore in life. And so one day, and I've been following Rihan Lawala for probably decades now. And then there was a post on his Facebook, and is there anybody who knows Peter Diamandis? I am here in US, and I want to see him. I never knew Peter Diamandis, and I never heard of him. And I never. What did you do? I pull my laptop, and I just and I asked this thing from my AI I was using, or the Google, and it's so sweet. I had two. I mean, yeah, one was cocoa and one was muffin. So sweet. I mean, look, she's got your eye color.
We
Yeah,
match.
yeah, you match. Absolutely, yeah. Okay. So I was too down, dim, and doing nothing. And then he asked me this thing. I just, I mean, got some X prize number and Singularity University number and three numbers, and I just forward it to him on his social, whatever the number were on present on the social media. And I did same to those numbers. I just pulled out Rihan's number from his websites, and then I kept communicating, asking them to reach him and asking him to reach them. Although he might have known, because he's very fond, he knows. I mean, I just my knowledge probably is 0.00001% what he knows about the Americans and American people, and he's huge, big network around the globe, and it's for him it's just nothing. But I was doing this, and he just called me twice. I could not pick up the phone. I was not close to the phone, and though I was down and everything, and he thanked me for everything. And so then, and then this is how I got connected with him. And he used to ask me, how are you? I said, I'm fine. And one day he asked me, how are you? I said, I mean, Rian bhai, I mean, bhai's brother, Urdu for that. Rian bhai, I mean, I have lost interest in my life. I've lost purpose in life. And I mean, I don't feel like, I mean, I'm a person like I'm a living person. I'm a dead man. He said, would you like to come on my podcast? I said, I am not fond of this media, and even I got only one Facebook, and the profile was locked. No others, no nothing. And then he podcasted me for 1 hour, 20 minutes, 19 seconds. It was a long one. And he kept me teaching, asking questions. And that touched my heart. That changed me. Right now, you can, if I'm smiling and back to life. And now, today, my LinkedIn crossed 600 links. I mean, 600 people, 600 to 30, 637 contacts I have today in my LinkedIn in 3 months only. In 3 months, I mean, I'm talking about the March. It was March. I mean, this is June, 3 to 4 months, and I have conducted hundred of the port. No, I can't say the huge, but I don't remember how many. But I really have seen a lot many people like yourself. A lot many people. Right now, I am subscribed in Silicon Valley in a mentoring club, and they reached me, and I also reached them, and they have offered me their grant for 3 months, and which will be recurring, and the one 18 months course. They are mentoring me, my global abundance organization. They are structuring it, and they are doing everything. They are my huge full support. And I have taken Peter Demendes mindset bootcamp for 30 days, and I have completed that course myself. And I have just last yesterday, the Thursday, yesterday was the first day that I completed giving that course to Rihan's students. I'm kicking start the second batch of that 30 days tremendous mindset, that mindset bootcamp on Monday. This coming Monday, I'll be starting the new batch, and I am on, and I'm in going. I'm in full back to life, and I just I am reaching you. No, I ever thought of fundraising, but the every day is new day, and abundance is coming from all around. I have discovered 100 pages on LinkedIn, and the 100 of the groups working for abundance from the different perspectives, but there is none with the name of global abundance organization. That's mine one. Everybody is tunnel views, small things, but this is what I'm doing. That is abundant, that is exponential, that is purpose driven, and that's a moonshot.
Yeah.
I am manifesting this. And my next question to, and that's what is Rihan has done to me.
Yeah.
He is an amazing, he is a person. And he has done this to, I can get you the dozens and hundred of the people. I love your cat. I love your cat.
No,
This is, yeah,
keeps
this is
running
so adorable.
around.
Yeah, this is so adorable. Okay, and he touches a dead man, and he just dead man just stands up. And I left. There was no purpose in my life, but right now I am working on. I want Peter Demendes. He's a 360 abundance 360 to come to Pakistan, and I am. I have kicked in next April 2026. I'm kicking start the Global Abundance Organization, the first abundance summit here in Karachi, and I'll be starting this with his help. This is Rihan. He's an amazing person. He's connecting people, and he has given me 100 of the connections with his best. And your connection, he gave me your number. It's about maybe 2 months earlier, maybe 3 months, and I've been connecting you, but you were busy. You told me you were busy, and you've been all across the world, and busy with your stuff. uh, and that's what I mean. And now my next question, if Rihan's asked me for my life, I'm gonna give him. Now he needs billions of dollars. For to purchase that 150 acres, that campus.
Mm.
I want you honestly ask. Earlier I was. This is an opportunity to change the world. Just because that is not a school, that's not a college, that is not an institute, but that's a moonshot. There is
Yeah.
abundance. That gonna get the even America needs abundance. Everybody need abundance, and everybody who has got abundance to need to teach abundance. And for that, this is an opportunity. Honestly, I'll really beg your help in that, and I want to do anything possible. Can we, you and me, can we do something for him, for his purpose? Not him. He's not interested. I know he's a button person already, but for the globe, to make his dream actualize. Can we do this, you and me?
Yeah. Yeah. So you need to keep putting out that great energy. I can feel it. I can feel your like your energy and your enthusiasm. And and we know that Rehan, he needs $8 million to start this school in New York, that he would like to do. So let's just put it out there in the universe that we are going to find that money. I know that when I saw him yesterday, we like came up with a little bit of an action plan, and he was like, could you help me? And I'm like, yeah, I can help you. Can I guarantee that I'm going to be successful? No, I cannot, but I can dedicate, I can commit a few hours of my life to helping him reach his goal. And it also helps me reach my goal, and it's also good to have practice. And so yeah, you're gonna, I don't know what you're going to do, but I have committed a couple of hours to trying to find a way to get that money, or get, or make that connection to the person. um, since I work in philanthropy, my goal is to find wealthy individuals who want to use their money, and in the US you get a tax write-off for that. So um, it's a win for them. They can give money and they get a tax break, and they help make things happen. So I am going to start knocking on some doors. And I know today, when we're thinking about the abundance, Rehan is going to be in the Bay Area in the Silicon Valley, and they're going to have an event for him tonight, and then he's going to be meet with one of his mentors, or another a man that he knows that's a very successful Pakistani businessman. And why not, like, $8 million? It seems like a crazy amount of money. It's like that $2,000 for me when I was, you know, 18 years old. It seemed crazy. It's so much money. Uh, but within 2 months, I got that money. So why not Rehan get the money he needs for school in the next 2 months? Why not? It's there. There's plenty of money in the world. It just needs to find him. So I'll be asking people and making connections, because opportunities, like, I love that there's a quote that says, opportunities are not floating around in the world like clouds. They are attached, opportunity is attached to people. So if you want opportunity, you need to meet with people. Like, so I'll contact some people, see what we can do.
Yeah, as you said, and what I can do, you know, I have a conviction that this gonna be a reality soon. And it's, though I mean it's a bit, I really don't know how many zeros are there in $8 million. I mean, and if you multiply with this with 350 more, and this gonna be huge sum of, I really have no idea this gonna be how crazy this gonna be. But one thing I have pictured in mind, this gonna be materialized. A person like yourself, what I can do, I can utilize those few hours of yours exponentially. When I started this podcasting, Rihan called me 6 times. He asked me, slow down, you'll burn out, slow down. 6 times, 3 times in public and 3 times private, he called me. Slow down,
Yeah.
meditate, meditate. I want I want to do that 24/7. I
Yeah.
want to do this any amount of time I have, any energy level I have. I want die doing this. I
Yeah.
mean, reaching his goal is my aim. Just if you are there, I mean, I see such energy on your face. I mean, can see such an intellect in your eyes. And you taught me this fundraising. You changed my mind in like seconds, in minutes. And yeah, you practiced me. And look, I mean, I think, I mean, what you said, opportunity lies with people. I mean,
Yeah.
you are an opportunity, and if probably I may also be an opportunity. I don't know how small or big, but I may also be opportunity for you. I really don't know how big, or I mean how far I'm gonna go, but I want you to please mentor me. I want to be your mentee in fundraising, and I mean let's this uh, just let the whole world conspire for us to make this happen, and this is going to happen. And you be person long remembered, like Martin Luther King, like Abraham Lincoln. Yeah, just because they this is what their dream is. This the abundance was their dream. May the world be different, but they wanted abundance for everybody. That's, I mean, you may not be, you and I may not be, someday one has to go, we will not be there. But but if there is one person in the world who studying from that alumni from that institute, I mean, what we raise fund for, that will be enough. I mean, we will go to God and ask him, oh God, this is what we have done. That's fantastic. That will be enough for our paradise in heavens. And
Yeah.
I think this is awesome, and I need your energies. I mean, what do you say? Back to you.
Yeah. Back to, well, I love it. I love it. Let's make things happen. Like, if you believe in abundance, we believe in possibilities, and we believe that every one of us has a role to play. And you're putting this is a live thing. Maybe there's somebody who is watching or will watch the re-record who will be like, oh yeah, I want to support this AI school to teach people how to use the tools of today to make money, to increase the prosperity of people, and learn how to use those tools to help me solve the problems that exist in the world that I don't want to see, like poverty or hunger or um, bad education or all of the things that we think about that can be improved. um, yeah, let's say this is the beginning. This is a beginning of a journey, and we know that there's plenty of resources in the world, and we know that we need to protect the planet. So we want to make people have equitable lives. We want gender equality. We want good health care, and we want good um, uh, resources for people so that they can live a full and abundant life everywhere for all people, not just some people, but for everyone. So, and I believe that that's a possibility. And it's actually what I hope is we're working towards even now, as the world is engaged in war and conflict and human rights violations. Okay, those happen, and we are still working towards the sustainable development goals and how we need to be in order to make a future that is without those challenges.
That is really amazing. I believe that we are changing the course of history. As you said, the world is in conflicts, bombing, everything they are doing. That's their part. They are doing just because of scarcity. This is scarcity, believe me, may it be of any kind. Maybe security, maybe greed, maybe anything. You may say anything, but this is scarcity from all sides, not from one side. So that if the people start abundantly, you and why would I form, I mean, the whole war, this abundance is against wars, against any negativity. So you are really, this is not a podcast, this is a revolution, and you have changed already the course of history. That's why you said yes. You could have said no, I'm busy, I can't do this. I mean, I've been doing this, this is so, I mean, if you don't feel good about this, you could have turned it down easily. I mean, what could I have done?
Yeah.
What possibly I could do? I mean, nothing. But you're so amazingly positive and abundant personality. I really, I mean, it's like, and I feel lots of energy seeing your happy face and glowing eyes, and you you can, and you are the world of possibility. You can do this, and you have already done this. No, it's just about the time. When a champions, he just enters the arena, he enters any field, he enters to pick the trophy. He just rest, all rest is the formality. This is the reality. Or I have taken this AI teach Rihan AI Teachers Training Institute boot camp. This is not an AI teachers training. This is a revolution. This
Mm.
has changed me. This, this changes the genes. This changes not only the mindset, this changes the genes. I can prove this, and this is what you can see. I mean, here I am, and I'm connecting hundreds of people now, and nobody has ever said no to me. I am so blessed, and honestly, and you've got the power. And I see you work for you, and you've already got the mindset. You have got all structure. You're gonna structure my energies. You're gonna structure my thinking. You're gonna structure my whole efforts to achieve this goal. Just because you've done this, you have already done this as a 18-year girl, as a nurse to your mother. You've changed, and you have traveled that most difficult distance of from scarcity of impossibilities to the world of possibilities of abundance. You've done it already. You've just broken this impossible world into three syllables: I am possible. And you have done this. And I really, I'm sorry, I may have eaten up your time, and probably you've got some other commitment also. Okay, what next? What is the founding stone, and what's the action plan? What's the roadmap?
Um, One, I'm going to send you $20, so I'll figure out a way to get that to you in Pakistan. So, two, I'm going to work on a couple of hours a week for the next 2 months on helping Rayhan fundraise for his school that he wants, his university, his AI, his Abundance University, or Abundance Town, that happens to have an AI school in it. Um, we're connected on WhatsApp. Feel free to reach out to me anytime for, we're friends now, and like, keep up the good work. And you need to tell me where I can follow you so that I can see what you're doing on your abundance work. And let's just keep it going. Keep it going. I have a course that I run, that I've created, called Sustainability for Change Makers. And when I think of a change maker, not only did you go through this huge change, but I can feel it, and I can see that you are now a change maker. You are a change maker in the world. So that's exciting. It's exciting to be there.
I really have no word to thank you. I mean, you've made impossible things possible. Okay, Shannon. How about, I have Global Abundance Organization, and it is just a baby of 4 months.
Yeah.
And would you like to adopt this baby?
Would I like to adopt this baby? No, I have a lot of babies at the moment, so I don't want to adopt the baby, but I am happy to be like a, what do you call it? Like an auntie. I'm happy to be an auntie of the, Global Abundance Organization. Someone who's there to support from the side, but like, yeah, that's what I meant. That's what I would be happy to do.
So how do I relate you with this Global Abundance Organization? You're a think tank, or you're a support system, or you are advisor, or
I
to
can be
because
an advisor and a support person that you can, when you're building a global organization, there's going to be a lot of things that come up that maybe you need advice, or maybe you need a connection, or maybe you need, I don't know, some sort of support. Uh, and I'm happy to be one of those people, because, when you're building a global organization, you need to have a board of directors, an advisory board, or people who help you figure out the things that you don't know what to do, or you don't know how to figure it out. So I'm happy to be one of those people, Zafar.
okay, that's amazing. My next question is, how do we collaborate with Rihan and his Abundant City and V3? Me and Rihan.
Uh, that I don't know. We'll have to get Rayhan in on that conversation. But I know that he very much respects you and this transformation that you've gone for, and he loves your energy, because that's what he told me when we were talking on our way to Yosemite. And so between your energy and your skills, my energy, my skills, and his work. His superpower is helping unlock people's potential. He sees it and he just takes action. He doesn't wait around. He just starts taking action. Um, so I don't know. I think the three of it, we can collaborate on how we all need to be supported. I can support with some fundraising. You can support um, with sharing your work about AI and this abundance and your enthusiasm for how this man helped change your life. And Rayhan will continue to do what he does. And he's spreading the word about his school and he's fundraising and he's doing all the things.
Lovely. I mean, as you are lovely and gorgeous, I mean, as your appearance are, so I've seen your heart. I mean, you are gorgeous at heart too. Honestly, it's an honor and it's such a privilege talking to you for 1 hour. Oh, despite the fact you've got other commitments. Otherwise, I want to speak for more hours and hours, and I don't want to end this session. But honestly, any message to the world? Just because we have the new voyage, a new journey, a new start, and we are right at the juncture of change of history.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
My I mean, my personal this I'm not giving advice to everyone. I'm giving advice to myself that I'm then sharing with you all. But think about what you want. Quit thinking about what you don't want. Quit thinking about the things that yeah, just try to think about the good things that you want. I want Rayhan to succeed and get $8 million so he can start his school. I want you to get all the funding that you need to build your global abundance organization so that you can help people who often think desperately instead think abundantly. I want me to be successful in being part of all of this. And so my advice to people who might be watching this show is focus on what you want, not what you don't want. Get that out of your mind. You think about what you want, the good that you want for yourself and the good you want to do for the world, and just keep focus on that. And that's my daily mantra because, of course, life is busy. It has all sorts of things that come in and distract you, but eyes on the prize, eyes on the prize, on the things that you want to do for good and the good things you want for yourself. Um, and that's a better way to live. I mean, you can spend your life thinking about all the things that are hard, or you can think about all the things that are good. And living your life thinking about all the things that are good, in spite of the reality of life, is a better way to live.
And this is Shannon Titus, an amazing personality, changing life and believing that she is possible and everything is possible. And a girl who went to China in 18 years and cycling there, building her muscle, and she not only built her muscles but changed her mind from impossible thinking to the abundant world of possibilities. And then she practiced that whole in her life, and then serving her mother abundantly, and she got more blessings from her mother. And then she been working for UN, raising millions of dollars. Just, I mean, impossible things she's been doing. So she's a person of possibilities, and she's an abundant person, and abundant persons are, they create the possibilities. So she is a possibility creator. Thank you so much, Shannon. See you soon.
Thank you so much, Zafar. It was such a pleasure. So have a great day.
Thank you. And don't leave after. I want to talk to you after we go offline.